大家早安，欢迎各位家人一起来线上，参与，然后来享受我们神圣母亲的爱，享受我们大家的陪伴。我们现在一起集体的来提升我们的能量，然后做班丹。 注意力放在我们美丽母亲的照片上面，还有自己的顶轮上方。你双手合十，头稍微的低下。我们向我们的昆达里尼母亲，还有我们的神圣母亲须玛他居，请求她的祝福，让我们能够洁净、平衡我们里面体内的三脉、七轮，清洁我们的轮穴，平衡我们的身心灵，所以我们能够与它连结，体会到造物主的爱。那今天的主题，是母亲的演说，在非常早期1977年的时候的创造，觉得那是一个很享受的事情，听太初之母来讨论这个地球、这个宇宙、这个世界是怎么创造出来的。那我们为什么会有3个轮脉、7个轮穴？这个宇宙创造的奥秘，母亲用非常简单的语言来跟我们说我们的开头，我们是怎么来的，我们为什么来到这个世界。那今天的平衡，我们待会会用一根蜡烛，然后用来听这个种子音乐来清理。我觉得这些都是很舒服的清洁。那没有准备蜡烛的朋友也没关系，我们就用注意力来清洁我们的轮穴。我们再次的看着母亲的相片，把注意力往内收，看着她美丽的面容，把她的影像深深的印在我们的心里。注意力开始放到我们的手上，我们的每根手指头、掌心、脸部周围、我们的顶轮。我们注意力是专注，但是是完全放松的身体，有意识的放松我们的肩膀、脖子，放松我们的两眉之间、我们的脸颊、我们两只手背。我们有意识到我们现在两手的生命能量的状况，但是不加分析，我们不去介入，只是看着自己，知道现在自己的状况。 同时我们检视一下我们自己的脑袋，是不是完全的安静，还是有念头跑进来？跑进来你就看着它，看着它，它就自己再跑出去。我们用右手在我们的身体前方，昆达里尼母亲带到我们的顶轮。我们这样可以做几次，用我们的右手从我们的身体前方，从根轮、腹轮、脐轮、心轮、喉轮、额轮带到顶轮，这样带个几次，慢慢的带，感觉这个生命能量在我们的手中流动。那最后一次，我们按摩一下我们的顶轮，稍微用点力气，然后我们的手可以开始往上提升，慢慢的提升，从我们的顶轮上方5公分、10公分、15公分、20公分，然后再往下移动。不管我们现在感觉到的生命能量是强或弱，但是注意力就是放在这上面，放在我们现在手在移动的空间。眼睛是注视着母亲的吉祥痣，或是让昆达里尼母亲来作用。我们什么都没做，即不管是我们的手在移动，还是我们的念头在移动，清理是由昆达里尼母亲在帮我们做清理。我们只是与她配合，交托，交托我们的思虑，我们的自我、超我，知道我们的注意力也是神圣母亲爱的一部分。我们祈求母亲赐给我们纯洁的愿望，纯洁的愿望就是达成她希望我们每个人成为怎么样的瑜伽师，什么样的小孩，在我们的母亲面前。现在手可以放回膝盖上，就像一个纯真的小孩看着他的母亲，感觉到他的爱，感觉到他完全的保护，就是非常开心的坐在母亲面前，安静的看着他，直到我们可以完完全全的信任，信任我们自己的母亲。 如果说有准备要用火烛来做清理的，我们相信大家都蛮熟悉的哦，就可以把蜡烛点起来。就像我们画面上看到的，你可以也可以就放在你如果是坐在椅子上的，就放在你左边的脚边，然后可以用右手在左边的身体的轮穴做搬单。那如果坐在地上的朋友，你们就可以像画面上看到的，对着自己的手掌，嗯，或者手上不同轮穴，或者你就在身体这样移动。那我们就一起来听这个嗯中这个口诀的，用音乐来做清理。那它会解说我们注意力要放在哪个轮穴，那就是从根轮开始。那如果听得懂的朋友，听得懂英文的朋友，可以一起唱诵。那要不然我就是会说我们注意力要放到哪个轮穴，我会解说一下。以不干扰大家的注意力为主。好，那我们现在开始啊。那一开始是放在根轮上面，注意力就放在根轮。
Let us now bring our attention to the Mooladhara Chakra. We will also chant the Bija mantra of Mooladhara Chakra, which is LAM. We will say it for 4 times.
可以说 LAM 说4次。
LAM 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 बीजाक्षर ओम वम शम शम सम ओम
我们现在换到腹轮，那是手上对应是大拇指，或者身体上就是我们身体跟大腿交接的部位。
We will now bring our attention to Swadhisthana Chakra and also chant its Bija mantra, which is VAM, for 6 times.
6次 VAM
VAM VAM VAM VAM VAM VAM बीजाक्षर ओम बम भम मम यम रम लम
接到脐轮，就是中指，然后我们肚子的部位。
Now bring our attention to Nabhi Chakra. The Bija mantra for Nabhi Chakra is Ram, and we will chant it for 10 times.
10次。
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram. बीजाक्षर ओ दम धम नम तम थम डम ढम फम
来到心轮，对应的是我们的小指头，手上是小指头。
We will now bring our attention to Anahat Chakra. The Bija mantra is Yam, and we will chant it for 12 times.
你可以说12次的样。
Yam, 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 Yum, Yum, Yum. बीजाक्षर ॐ कं खं गं घं ज्ञं चं छं जं सं न्यं तं थं
现在来到我们的喉咙，对应的是我们的食指、根跟指头。
Now, we will bring our attention to Vishuddhi Chakra. The Bija mantra for Vishuddhi Chakra is Hum, and we will chant it for 16 times.
16次。
Hum, hum, बीजाक्षर ओ ए आई इम ई उम ऊ रुम रू रुम रू ऐ आऊ ओ आई आहा ओ
额轮第4个指头，手上第4个指头，那也可以把它放到我们的额头前方，让烛光对着母亲的吉祥字，清理我们的额轮。注意力可以放到顶轮，那可以让烛光对着掌心。我们现在可以把蜡烛吹熄，眼睛稍微闭上。 稍微做1-2分钟，把注意力放在顶轮上方。我们现在可以眼睛张开，那注意力放在我们顶轮上方。那我们一起来听母亲的这篇演说。这篇演说蛮长的，我们会分几次把它听完。那，你就是放松，放松来听我们母亲说故事。
We had decided to talk about creation, but our management has not been able to provide me with a chalk and with a blackboard. So, I don't know. I'll try to explain it without drawing. It's a very difficult subject, and I'll try to make it intelligible. But I would request you to pay full attention for such a difficult subject like creation. One thing is a blessing today that चालून बघा तुमच्या कोणती चालतात बघा मग मला त्याला नाभी चक्राची पकड आहे. The latest blessing today is that many of you can feel the vibrations. And not only that, but you also know and realize that they can think and they can love. It's a very big blessing. Of course, some of you haven't got it, but those who have got it know that these vibrations organize because they raise the Kundalini, they go to the place where it is needed, out of compassion to that portion where there is deficiency. They understand, they organize, they are universal in nature, and they learn. They answer to your questions. When you ask them some questions, you receive answer from them. They are living vibrations. These vibrations are from the divine. This divine is called as Brahma, Brahma Tattva, principle of divine. We can say that the process of creation is an eternal process. Means a seed becomes a tree, and the tree becomes a seed, and the seed becomes a tree. It goes on and on. It's eternal. So it cannot have a starting point, and it cannot have an ending point. It goes on and on and on. That's why it can have different states of existence. You can say state of being. So the first, just the being, is Brahma, where nothing exists. We say nothing. When we say nothing, it is a relative word. Because we do not exist. So we say nothing exists. It's a relative word. When we are not existing, for us everything is nothing. There is something, but that is not ourselves. And that's why we say it is nothing. It's only the Brahma. You can say, you can think of an energy if you want to, an energy form that exists. But the energy accumulates at a point and forms a nucleus. The energy that thinks, energy that is distributed, accumulates at a point, concentrates on a point, you can say. And this point is the point we call as Sahaja. This happens because that energy desires, thinks, organizes, loves. When it wants to create, when the desire is felt in that energy to create, at that time, a nucleus is created. This nucleus we call as Sahaja. This nucleus does not disappear. You can think of a nebula. I mean, it is something which is all relative, you can think. You cannot think something in absolute form. So with thinking, you cannot conceptualize the whole thing. But if you can think of a state where it's just an energy and no creation, but not the energy of electricity, magnetism, all these things. It's the combination, the synthesis of all the things which goes into laya, which becomes that, dissolves into that. It coagulates, say, at a point. That may be a word. Coagulates at a point, which we can call as a nucleus. This point we call as Sahaja. This Sahaja is the Ishvara, is the God Almighty. We call it now God because now it has a limitation in the sense that we can call it something. But if it is just an energy, we just call it a Brahma. You can say like this, when the water becomes ice, a follicle of ice is formed. You can differentiate between the water and the ice, but still it's a relative understanding. At this state, God Almighty Parameshwara, takes its form as an identity. That's why we can say that it is not Brahma, but an identity. Identity has its aura, has its aura. We can say it's light. This light is the divine love. It goes into various forms, but Sadashiva remains as he is. Now the desire to create is transferred to the aura. The aura is the power of God, Shakti. Ishvara has certain things beyond him also and before him. God Almighty has something beyond him that he cannot control. One, he cannot control his eternal nature. It is his nature to be eternal. He cannot stop it. He will go on changing his form. It is his nature. It is his svabhava. He cannot change his eternal nature. He will be eternally. Eternity is his temperament, his nature. He cannot overcome that. For example, God cannot take away your freedom to choose the truth. He cannot. Once he has granted, he is not going to take it away. You have to choose it in all your freedom. He will not force you to take it. Many people have hopes like that. That's sadly mistaken. At this juncture only lies the problem of complete destruction or complete resurrection. It is left into the hands of human beings to decide whether they want to accept the truth or they want to follow the falsehood. So you have given complete freedom to choose. I won't go into the details about God Almighty because it's a very subtler subject and requires much more attention. I have talked about it before to many people and all his nature and all that. But he is the witness, he is the Sakshi in the form of a Sakshi. What is he witnessing? He is witnessing the creation. And the power that creates the creation is the Shakti, is his power, is his consort. Now for us human beings, we don't understand that a wife and a husband could be that one. For example, you can understand like a sun and the sunlight, moon and the moonlight. As these two things are one and the same, or the meaning and the word. In the same way, Shiva and Shakti are one together. For example, you can be a father, you can be a mother, you can be a father, you can be a brother, you can be a son. Three things you are doing together in the same way. You can be yourself and your power. You know you and yourself and your power are different, but you are one. You have a power to write, but you are not your power. Neither your power is yourself. In the same way, Shiva and Shakti are two persons to be identified, but they are part and parcel of one uniform thing known as Brahma. But these horrible tantrikas, again they come round here, have spoiled the relationship between Shiva and Shakti. Not that they were human beings, that's why they established all these funny ideas and talked about these nonsensical things. Because they are the people who are nothing but their sex boys. They are nothing nobler than that. They are very depraved and diseased and debased people. They suffer from such a terrible disease that nowhere they can see anything else but this. Ashwamedha Yajna also they describe as something to do with sex. Everything they look, they see sex there. It's like a person, as we call it in Hindi, Sawan ke andhe ko sab haryali nazar aata hai, who is wearing the glass of sex and watching through that life, everything becomes sex, sex, sex. They are such debased and horrible, depraved people. Even God, they bring it to that level. Unless and until they bring it to that level, they cannot exist. How will they justify themselves the way they are? Sex has nothing to do with Shiva and Shakti. What is sun and sunlight? Is there any sex involved there? Is there nothing existing without sex for these horrible tantrikas? Is there no relationship that exists without sex? So Shiva is the God Almighty. We should call him as Sahaja. I'll try to draw a little bit. Let us see how it works out. Now forming into a nucleus like this. Now this is the remains of the nucleus, you can see, which forms his power here into a Valaya. How does it form the Radhavana? He moves, supposing backwards, you can say. Then what happens when he moves backwards? Karana. This whole thing like this remains here, and all of this passes, forms a shell around it, and the waves cross over and settle onto the shell. Yeah. Now, this is the situation. When all inside forms another nucleus here by concentration. This is the Shakti. And this is the Sadashiva. This is the Mahashakti, you can say Adi Shakti, and this is the Sadashiva. Now here, Shiva, once the Shakti forms her personality, or we can say her ego is established. She is a different identity from Shiva. Because the whole process is to create the play for the witness to see. He is the one who is going to watch the play. She is the one who is going to create. So she accumulates her ego onto a point here and becomes Shakti, assumes a position there. And the first thing she does as a Shakti is to go around in a parabole around her Lord. This point one must understand. She is a Shakti, is the power of God. And the whole creation is only meant for God Almighty to see. He is the only spectator of the play of Shakti. And if he doesn't like the play, for example, he doesn't like the way it is or the way people are that are created, he can immediately stop the play by closing his eyes, by denying the play, by showing his annoyance, or by his temper. He can just stop it. That's why he's also called as a destroyer. But the whole thing is meant for his amusement. And if it doesn't give him pleasure, he can stop it. That's why the first one who must be pleased is the one who is the spectator. Because of this, Shiva is garlanded by her, is a parabole. And that's why parabole is the symbol of Adi Shakti. This is sort of a certificate to her, a sort of a granting her the Varadan, as we call it in Sanskrit language, is the Varadan, that go ahead with your work. This is a sanction given to him. When she completes this parabole, the sanction has been granted, and that's why she is a parabole. Here the question of men dominating the women and women dominating the men does not come in, because this is predominantly in our heads, you see. When we think of it, we think of men and women. It is nothing of the kind. It's a complete oneness. Can we think of one couple which is absolutely united with each other? We can. Because we are all incomplete people. But if you could stretch your imagination to such a point that both of them are meant for each other only, and the one who is active is the Adishakti, is only active to please the God Almighty, who is the only spectator of her play, and he is to be pleased first. So she surrenders herself before him, takes his sanction through the parabolic. Now, parabolic is a very important thing. You know that everything travels through parabolic, never in a straight line. For example, if you love someone, our love goes round that person and comes back to us as love. But if you hate that person, then our hatred goes round that person and comes back to us as a terrible hatred. So, the parabolic is taken. But you might say, why a parabolic? The question can be, why should there be a parabolic and not a circle? The reason is, parabolic is the shortest distance to go round another point. It's the shortest, and that's why it's a parabolic. It is even in our ordinary life. You will find this happening, that whatever you do to others, it comes back to you in some form, whether you do good or bad. And that's why our karmic ideas and that our doing punyas are all there. Because whatever we emit through us will come back to us. In the same way, if we bless the whole world, the blessings of the whole world will come to us. As I told you, the process is not that simple as it can be drawn because it's a living process of a big dimension. But I'm just trying to make it simpler for you to understand. Now, this parabolic, when here now, when she goes into the motion of a parabolic, and Shiva sanctions her. It's a living process. Again, you must understand. It's a living process. It's as human as we are. Both of them as human as we are, or we should say they are 1,000 times more human than we are. So, here the wife, his consort, says that I'm very happy just like this. I won't go any further with it. Because creation is not an easy thing for her. She doesn't want to depart from her. Creation is the joy. And she says, I would not like to have children now because I may lose you. So she pushes herself towards him and he pushes her back and disappears, opening out from here. Now she is in this form. So the beginning of the Om starts. Parabolic, first of all, gets converted into Om. Then she pushes herself down and settles down for a while to meditate and to find out how she's going to work it out. We can say like this. You see, it is her desire which must be aroused. If her desire is not aroused, she will not conceive the creation. So a kalpa is spent in that. Quite a lot of time is spent in her own thinking, which way she should do it. She has created many universes. It is not one universe she has created. She has created universes after universes, and I will show you how she has created so many universes. And some of them are still lingering on, some of them are destroyed. But today before us, this universe, this earth, on this earth, India, and in India, Delhi, we are sitting at 10 minutes apiece. It's like that. So at this moment, whatever is the thing, is not the past, not the future. But I'm telling you about the present moment we are here. But many universes have been created by Adi Shakti even before us. And she has tried many other things also. Ultimately, she has tried this.
好，我们今天先听到这边，我们下礼拜再继续。可以眼睛闭上，然后注意力放我们的顶轮上方。我们静静的坐一下，就是让生命能量的流动，还有我们体内的昆达里尼母亲，带我们进入那个状态，那个无思虑的状态。 这个完全的当下，这个集体的当下。任何念头跑进来，就是说不是这个，不是这个。 眼睛可以慢慢张开，把手放在我们的左心轮上方。我们可以大家一起来念诵顶轮三大口诀的第3个口诀。Om Tvameva Saksha Shri Kauki Saksha Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha。我们感谢母亲打开我们的顶轮，赐给我们自觉，带给我们完全的宁静，来感受完全宁静在当下的能力。也也非常感谢各位家人的参与，我们大家一起来提升能量3次。然后班丹7次。今天就结束我们的直播，我们下次见。